Welcome back to Nostalgianomics. Today's a good old-fashioned state of the Pokemon market discussion. Going into the end of 2023 as we enter 2024, what to expect, what kind of opportunities are out there right now, what to kind of stay away from, and the overall general consensus of what's happening around the Pokemon market. Before we do that, quick housekeeping issue. Too much tuna. We've waited weeks. You have 3 days to claim your Charizard. If you do not, we are going to give it to someone else on Monday. If you want to be included in the giveaway and Too Much Tuna does not claim it, there's a link to the video in the description. All you have to do, go to that video, leave your favorite Pokemon in the comment section, and go follow Low Popping on his socials, which will be listed on that video as well. As long as you do that, this giveaway was sponsored by Low Popping. You will be entered into the random comment generator, random comment picker, to be picked to win this Charizard. It's like a $300 to $400 Charizard. This is an Evolution's Reverse Holo Charizard. If you do get chosen, all you gotta do is email me your shipping information, email me proof it was your account that you commented with, and I'm gonna send it to you free of charge. It's a giveaway. So that's out of the way. And then talking about the box break of last night. It went amazing. We opened Evolutions. Guess what? Evolutions sold out all 36 packs. We sold out of Paradox Rift, sold a ton of 151, but I got a ton of 151, so it didn't sell out. I didn't expect to, though. And so box break went great. Had a lot of fun and very successful. Someone did pull the full art Mega Charizard from Evolutions. Getting into the state of the market. So I woke up again this morning, which has been kind of a trend lately. Not quite as big as this, but to 15 more orders. And I know what you're thinking. No, it wasn't any auction orders. No, I didn't blow anything out. 15, buy it now at market price orders from eBay and TCG Player. Now look, guys, I'm not one of these stores who has multiple hundreds and thousands of items listed where this is a small amount, okay? I've got just over 100 items listed. So we're talking about 10% of my entire inventory is selling daily. I can't even keep the items listed fast enough by the time they keep selling. At this rate, I'm going to have no items left in my stores. Really does sound like a market that's struggling, right? No one really wants this stuff, right? We're all investors. No one collects. No one actually enjoys it. We all just wanted the money. That's what we're told, right? I'm just telling you, these are the normal kind of size orders I'm seeing daily. It's kind of crazy when you look around at all the negativity surrounding the market, but me and other people I talk to, they're selling like wildfire. We're selling out of box breaks. I don't get it. I don't get it. Now, I know there's concern about... Oh, and by the way, thank you to all of you who do purchase from me. Thanks for checking out my eBay and TCG Player. Thanks for taking part in the box breaks. I really do appreciate every one of you, all the support. Thanks for being here, watching the videos. I did want to make sure to throw that in. Thank you so much. I truly do appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. Getting into alt arts. So the alt arts obviously have taken big spills lately, right? We're talking 10, 20, 30, sometimes 30+% decreases, all right? It's easy to look at that as a negative. However, let me just throw the other side at you. I'm not trying to change your mind. Just hear me out. Whenever anything, Pokemon market, stock market, has crazy bull runs, parabolic moves upwards, it can't last forever. Just like Felt Hat Pikachu right now, I'm sure at some point we are going to get a correction. It's not going to correct to the lows it was at, though, but you are going to get a correction on things eventually when they skyrocket too high, too fast, right? And that's what I think is happening with a lot of the alt arts, right? They're coming back down to earth a little bit. Now, I 100% expect them, okay, this is just me speculating, expect them, like we see almost every time with singles, to settle at higher lows. What do I mean by higher lows? I mean, before they started to rise, they were down here, they rose up to the moon. As they come down with these decreases, they'll probably settle higher than where they were before the big pumps, okay? And usually they settle there, trade up and down, and then, eventually either, slowly climb up, or we have, other moves in the future for whatever other reasons. Same thing's happening with the tag teams and the waifus, right? Same exact stuff. That stuff got pumped higher than it probably should have went because it was, it started out as kind of a natural interest, and then all the money and everyone started to jump on the hype train, and it sends it to the moon, okay? Obviously things are going to come down, but this doesn't mean the market's crashing. Look at all the sealed products that each one of those cards are attached to. All the alt arts, the tag teams, the waifus. Go look at the sealed products. They're relatively unchanged. Some are still moving up. That tells you that Oh, and by the way, they're still selling too. They're selling at those prices. It's not like they're just listed there, sitting there, and no one's buying them. No, they're selling. They're liquid. So that tells you that the relative strength of the market is still there. It's just people are moving to different plays because, okay, the gravy train ended. It's time to jump off and move somewhere else. And now a lot of the people who see opportunity there, or the collectors, are saying, hey, finally an opportunity to move in. So the cards are still selling. I mean, you can check any of those cards. They still sell daily. It's just, yeah, they're coming down because it's time for a normalized correction. Now, as I always talk about, sealed product, it's usually a lot more stable. Obviously, Silver Tempest, Lost Origin, still struggling from the reprints. Same with Crown Zenith. A lot of the other sealed products, though, they're very stable. Sword and Shield almost hitting 300 a box. Rebel Clash, 240s, 250s, right? Evolving Skies in the 440, 450 range now. It's getting ready to set new highs. And so, try not to zero in on some of the negative things happening. It's important to be aware, right? But you can always find negative, or you can always find positive wherever you want to look and wherever you want to put your energy into. Some of the positives going into the end of 2023, 24. Tons of opportunities, right? Stores will be looking to get certain things off their books, trying to clear up, cash flow for the next year, whether they want to, get rid of some things for tax purposes, whatever it may be, right? Because a lot of stores, if they got a bunch of losses built up, well, now they can, dump a bunch of product, right? And realize a whole bunch of income, and they won't actually pay more taxes because they're already so deep in the hole from other things. And so you can find a lot of good deals at the end of the year sometimes. So stay tuned for that. If you see, deals and they seem too good to be true, if it's a legitimate seller, it's a large store, they have good feedback, it's probably not too good to be true. They're just trying to dump things to clear up some cash. I've done it. Everyone's done it before, I'm sure. And so you can definitely keep a lookout for that. I do think a lot of the alt arts long-term are going to be good. That's just my opinion. I do think on this pullback with some of the tag teams and, maybe the waifu thing, I don't understand it. I don't know if that's going to continue to be a thing, but definitely the tag teams, waifus could be a thing on these pullbacks. And then, just looking around at and trying to predict those next areas, it's the hardest thing to do in any of these hobbies, right? It's the hardest thing to do, but that's what I would be looking for right now. Is I'd be looking all over. I mean, I'm talking all the way back through Vintage, all the way to Scarlet and Violet. I'd be looking all over the Sword and Shields, the Sun and Moon, the XY eras, looking at the promos, looking a little deeper in the sets, and I would just try to identify cards that may be very undervalued, that you can definitely see kind of the hype moving to these areas, and because on these downturns, a lot of people are going to be doing that. And, you never know when certain YouTubers or certain influencers are going to start pumping something, or just, the rhetoric changes around some sort of the hobby. Like, maybe rainbows are next up, maybe you just never know when it's going to be. But when things are down like this is the perfect time to start acquiring positions. All right. Now, look, if you think this all is blowing up, you think everything's going to zero, the interest is gone, 2024 is going to be a disaster, we got a presidential election, interest rates are still too high, no one's going to have any money from the economy, everyone's losing their jobs, hey, don't buy this stuff. I'm not trying to tell you have to go buy anything, right? I'm not here to try to pump anything or shill anything. I'm just letting you see, or telling you what I see, what I'm doing, what I'm looking for, the plays that I'm making. For me, it's pretty much business as usual. I have slowed down purchasing on the brand new sealed product. Why is that? I think we got tons of time for Paradox, Rift, Obsidian, Flames, even, Paldea, Valve, and Scarlet Violet base, 151. I think we got time. I think if you want to pick some up very low and you're not worried about letting money sit for a while, great. If you want to wait, 3, 6, 9, 12 months, I think they're going to be relatively the same price. If it was me and I was worried about, what's going to move fastest, I'd probably pick up some Sword and Shield era sets that are still cheap, right? Maybe go back to Sun and Moon XY when you can still get boxes under $500 on some of those sets. So, those are the things that I'm looking for. Obviously, some other card games, Lorcana's now getting some reprints, and they're coming down in price. Obviously, One Piece has been going to the moon with Romance Dawn, so maybe One Piece will start to, continue to see some growth, especially with OP5 coming out. Yu-Gi-Oh! Look, I'm not deep in Yu-Gi-Oh! Yeah, I bought a bunch of the, 25th anniversary stuff. It's strictly a nostalgic play. But, you can start looking around at other plays. There's, Kramer always says it, right? Mad Money. There's always a bull market somewhere. I mean, that's kind of how I feel. There's always some sort of bull market in cards and TCGs somewhere. You just got to sniff it out and find it. And guess what? If you're early to the party, well, that's when you make the big money. If you're early on it and you're not buying into the hype, you're getting in before the hype, that's where the big money is. And these are the times to try to sniff out where those opportunities are, because guys, look, bear market, bull market, good economy, bad economy, there's always something in cardboard that gets hyped, that gets pumped. I mean, look at Felt Hat Pikachu. And so our job as, investors or speculators, if you're wanting to make plays, is to identify those before they happen. It's the hardest thing to do, but I think these are the times to do it when every kind of things are stagnant. You have more time to look around, and you're not in that buy mentality. And I gotta be there first, because if not, they're gonna run out and they're gonna sell out. Guys, Paradox Rift aren't even sold out on PC ETBs, so stuff's not selling out anymore. You need to be more strategic right now and less in a rush. So that's all I got today, guys. That's what I see the state of the market 2023 into 2024. Again, I'll be the first one to sound the alarm if I see some real major, problems or cracks in this market. Look, there's some things correcting, some things going down, some things are getting a little liquid depending on where you're at. Overall, as a hobby as a whole, I think we're more positive than negative still. So take it for what it's worth. Subscribe to the channel if you're not yet. Make sure to go comment and follow Poppin' if you want to be in on the giveaway for the Charizard. And yeah, guys, I got a lot of good stuff from the eBay and TCG player. If anyone wants to pick up any, I know a lot of you have. That's all I got today. I'm out.